Formula Americanas here to grace. Tuesdays lighting up your drive. 16 sharp till 17 we thrive. Great songs from across the land. Indie artists with a country band. Americana vibe so strong and true. Formula Americana's here for you. Dusty roads and city streets, every song a gem you can't beat. Feel the warmth and hear the tales. Tuning in, we're setting sails. Great songs from across the land. Indie artists with a country band. Americana vibe so strong and true. Formula Americana's here for you. Dusty roads and city streets, every song a gem you can't beat. Feel the warmth and hear the tales. Tuning in, we're setting sails. Great songs from across the land. Indie artists with a country band. Americana vibe so strong and true. Formula Americana's here for you. 16 on Emmachev waves. Indie voices, what your heart craves. Saddle up and ride along. Tuesday anthems so strong. Great songs from across the land. Indie artists with a country band. Americana vibe so strong and true. Formula Americana's here for you. Great songs from across the land. Indie artists with a country band. Americana vibe so strong and true. Formula Americana's here for you.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
Favorite radio station for non-stop classics all day long.
say good things come to those who wait. I feel like I've been waiting for an eternity for you, my soul, to take. And when you take my soul, hope you show me friendship, trust, and love. And I pray you will sit from the man up above. If you will sit, I guess you are my soulmate. And living this complicated, lonely life that I can't take. There must be a magical light beaming down on my destiny, because I give you my body, my soul, and the rest of me. You are so beautiful, I never stray my look away. I give you full attention each and every day. When I stare at you, you are my Miss Universe. So I'm the most grateful man in this world. Did you hear me in this verse? My soul used to feel lonely and lost, but now I'm in love, regardless the cost. But what is love? Is it just a potion? I think love is learning other valuable emotions. And they say all good things come to an end, so I never cross the finish line, so we can win. The stars in the sky had to align to make our souls collide. Now I sacrificed my life for you and I ain't never lied. I guess when I wish upon that shooting star, my wish came true, because I've been searching and searching, now I found you. And now that I found you, I locked the lock and throw away the key. A solid gold master lock, so sorry you stuck with me. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. You ever wish for an angel? Let me be your angel. I promise to my heart, I'll lead you from danger. They say a promise is meant to be broken, but I'll never betray mine. So comprehend my rhyme, because you know I ain't lying. I feel like you are the missing puzzle piece to my life. Now I feel I know the true meaning when they say a man and his wife. The road ahead won't be easy. People hating on us, giving us the evil eye, because the streets get sleazy. The streets might be heartless, but I promise you I love you forever. I struggle by your side through all the stormy weather. They say behind every successful man is a powerful lady. So I'm on my knees begging you, don't leave me, baby. If you disappear out of my life, I guess it wasn't meant to be. But I cherish the moments you gave to me. We're from two different worlds, but they say opposites attract. I pray in my heart this one time the myth becomes a fact. If you don't come into my life, I still appreciate the inspiration. Feel like living life with you would be a wonderful vacation. If you give me the chance, I'll show you the true meaning of love. Then you'll know I was sent from the man up above. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. I give you the world, I put it in your hand, and all you got to do is make me your man. Money, clothes, cars can't compare to your love. And once again, what you sent from the man up above. They say everyone in this world got a soulmate, so I'm plotting to be yours before it's too late. And they also say hope will drive a man crazy, but I've been hoping for years, and it ain't fazed me. I've been hoping for love, cause come into my life, and I do believe in miracles. Will you be my wife? You are the only one I want by my side, but you gotta be a risk taker down the ride. Because the life I live, it ain't all peachy cream. Because these streets don't have no love, do you know what I mean? If someone put their hands on you, then they start a war. I put on my black and kick in a door. But I wish the world would come together. Then maybe one day we can live forever. We can't live forever, so I won't live my last days with you. I wanna go where you go and do what you do. If I had one wish, I would never depart your side. I would be with you 24/7 and I ain't never lied. But they say too much of anything can be bad, so I guess they never been in love, so that's so sad. We can travel the world, I take your lead, but don't lead us to danger, that ain't what we need. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe. My life was sad and lonely, but can it get worse? Then my vision came clearer, I found Miss Universe.
Clever Maria. There was once a merchant who lived close to the royal palace and had 3 daughters. They were all pretty, but Maria, the youngest, was the prettiest of the 3. One day the king sent for the merchant, who was a widower, to give him directions about a journey he wished the good man to take. The merchant would rather not have gone, as he did not like leaving his daughters at home, but he could not refuse to obey the king's commands, and with a heavy heart he returned home to say farewell to them. Before he left, he took 3 pots of basil and gave one to each girl, saying, "I am going a journey, but I leave these pots. You must let nobody into the house. When I come back, they will tell me what has happened." "Nothing will have happened," said the girls. The father went away, and the following day the king, accompanied by 2 friends, paid a visit to the 3 girls who were sitting at supper. When they saw who was there, Maria said, "Let us go and get a bottle of wine from the cellar. I will carry the key. My eldest sister can take the light, while the other brings the bottle." But the king replied, "Oh, do not trouble, we are not thirsty." "Very well, we will not go," answered the 2 elder girls, but Maria merely said, "I shall go anyhow." She left the room and went to the hall, where she put out the light, and putting down the key and the bottle, ran to the house of a neighbor and knocked at the door. "Who is there so late?" asked an old woman, who thrusting her head out of the window. "Oh, let me in," answered Maria. "I have quarreled with my eldest sister, and as I do not want to fight any more, I have come to beg you to allow me to sleep with you." So the old woman opened the door, and Maria slept in her house. The king was very angry at her for playing truant, but when she returned home the next day, she found the plants of her sisters withered away, because they had disobeyed their father. Now, the window in the room of the eldest overlooked the gardens of the king, and when she saw how fine and ripe the medlars were on the tree, she longed to eat some, and begged Maria to scramble down by a rope and pick her a few, and she would draw her up again. Maria, who was good-natured, swung herself into the garden by the rope, and got the medlars, and was just making the rope fast under her arm so as to be hauled up, when her sister cried, "Oh, there are such delicious lemons a little farther on. You might bring me 1 or 2. Maria turned round to pluck them, and found herself face to face with the gardener, who caught hold of her, exclaiming, "What are you doing here, you little thief?" "Don't call me names," she said, "or you will get the worst of it," giving him as she spoke such a violent push that he fell panting into the lemon bushes. Then she seized the cord and clambered up to the window. The next day the second sister had a fancy for bananas, and begged so hard that, though Maria had declared she would never do such a thing again, at last she consented, and went down the rope into the king's garden. This time she met the king, who said to her, "Ah, here you are again, cunning one. Now you shall pay for your misdeeds." And he began to cross-question her about what she had done. Maria denied nothing, and when she had finished, the king said again, "Follow me to the house, and there you shall pay the penalty." And as he spoke, he started for the house, looking back from time to time to make sure that Maria had not run away. All of a sudden, when he glanced round, he found she had vanished completely without leaving a trace of where she had gone. Search was made all through the town, and there was not a hole or corner which was not ransacked, but there was no sign of her anywhere. This so enraged the king that he became quite ill, and for many months his life was despaired of. Meanwhile, the 2 elder sisters had married the 2 friends of the king, and were the mothers of little daughters. Now one day Maria stole secretly to the house where her eldest sister lived, and snatching up the children, put them into a beautiful basket she had with her, covered with flowers inside and out, so that no one would ever guess it held 2 babies. Then she dressed herself as a boy, and placing the basket on her head, she walked slowly past the palace, crying as she went, "Who will carry these flowers to the king who lies sick of love?" And the king in his bed heard what she said, and ordered one of his attendants to go out and buy the basket. It was brought to his bedside, and as he raised the lid, cries were heard, and peeping in he saw 2 little children. He was furious at this new trick which he felt had been played on him by Maria, and was still looking at them, wondering how he should pay her out, when he was told that the merchant, Maria's father, had finished the business on which he had been sent, and returned home. Then the king remembered how Maria had refused to receive his visit, and how she had stolen his fruit, and he determined to be revenged on her. So he sent a message by one of his pages that the merchant was to come to see him the next day and bring with him a coat made of stone, or else he would be punished. Now the poor man had been very sad since he got home the evening before, for though his daughters had promised that nothing should happen while he was away, he had found the 2 elder ones married without asking his leave, and now there was this fresh misfortune, for how was he to make a coat of stone? He wrung his hands and declared that the king would be the ruin of him when Maria suddenly entered. "Do not grieve about the coat of stone, dear father, but take this bit of chalk and go to the palace and say you have come to measure the king." The old man did not see the use of this, but Maria had so often helped him before that he had confidence in her, so he put the chalk in his pocket and went to the palace. "That is no good," said the king, when the merchant had told him what he had come for. "Well, I can't make the coat you want," replied he. "Then, if you would save your head, hand over to me your daughter Maria." The merchant did not reply, but went sorrowfully back to his house, where Maria sat waiting for him. "Oh, my dear child, why was I born? The king says that instead of the coat, I must deliver you up to him. Do not be unhappy, dear father, but get a doll made exactly like me, with a string attached to its head which I can pull for yes and no." So the old man went out at once to see about it. The king remained patiently in his palace, feeling sure that this time Maria could not escape him, and he said to his pages, "If a gentleman should come here with his daughter and ask to be allowed to speak with me, put the young lady in my room and see she does not leave it." When the door was shut on Maria, who had concealed the doll under her cloak, she hid herself under the couch, keeping fast hold of the string which was fastened to its head. "Signora Maria, I hope you are well," said the king when he entered the room. The doll nodded. "Now we will reckon up accounts," continued he, and he began at the beginning and ended up with the flower basket, and at each fresh misdeed Maria pulled the string so that the doll's head nodded assent. "Whoso mocks at me merits death," declared the king when he had ended, and drawing his sword, cut off the doll's head. It fell towards him, and as he felt the touch of a kiss, he exclaimed, "Ah, Maria, Maria, so sweet in death, so hard to me in life. The man who could kill you deserves to die," and he was about to turn his sword on himself when the true Maria sprung out from under the bed and flung herself into his arms, and the next day they were married and lived happily for many years. The end. Read by Rick Kishner for Lit2Go on the web at fcit.usf.edu.
What's crackin', Emmachev radio fam? I am here to light up the airwaves with the kind of energy only you can inspire. Whether you're cruising, chilling, or conquering the day, we're here to soundtrack your vibe. Big love to every one of you for making this community unstoppable. Today, let's dive into a quote that's pure fire and unpack what it means for your story. Adventure isn't found in the absence of storms, but in the courage to dance in the rain. Every drop that falls carries a secret. It's not the weather that defines your journey, but the footprints you leave as you move through it. Let's break it down, crew. Life's gonna throw hurricanes at you, no doubt. But this quote flips the script. True adventure isn't about waiting for sunny skies. It's about slapping on your boots, embracing the chaos and owning the messy, magical ride. Those rainy days, they're not roadblocks. They're the raw material for stories you'll tell later. So next time life pours down, ask yourself, what kind of footprints will I leave? Will they be timid steps? Or bold, muddy stamps of, I was here? You're rocking with Emmachev Radio, where every beat, every word, every U turns waves into wonder. Keep us locked in your ears, because up next, we've got tracks that'll make your soul levitate. Thanks for being the spark in our station.
Sunday vibes are Emmachev, feel rhythm flow. Top sound ready for the show, let the speakers blow. Great interviews lined up, melodies in queue. Poppin' indie beats, we've got something new. Your afternooners get lost in the tune. From 16 to 16:30, it's a sonic boom. Rock with Alessandro, let the record spin. Emmachev's the place to get your music fixin'. Join the universe of sound, ever so profound. Soft sound lifts you high above the ground. Rhythmic and melodic, their song a hit. Anthemic tunes to make your heart skip a bit. Interviews that spark, stories that inspire. Feel the energy rise, taking you higher. Psychedelic flair in every single note. Pop rock vibes will keep your spirit afloat. Rock with Alessandro, let the record spin. Emmachev the place to get your music fixin'. Join the universe of sound, never so profound. Top sound lifts you high above the ground. Engaging, entertaining, the perfect blend. Tune in every Sunday, let the good times extend. Feel the magic in the air, melody so grand. On Emmachev Radio, take the journey hand in hand. Rock with Alessandro, let the record spin. Emmachev's the place to get your music fixin'. Join the universe of sound, ever so profound. Top sound lifts you high above the ground.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.